Good day, friends. So today we have Ankit Seth with us. He's one more property owner whom we have been managing his property for a couple of years now. And today we had the privilege to talk to him and understand how he feels working with us. So to start off, Ankit, welcome to the show. And I would
Thank
like
you,
to know more about of how you started and when did you take these apartments?
Yeah, so basically, I started investing with him in 2018 through one of my friends. That's how we met.
Yeah.
And that apartment we started in Barsha. So, and later on, 3 years back, we also had two more apartments in Dubai.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the experience was really good. Even in the tough times during COVID, surprisingly, he could manage it very well. So I'm quite satisfied. That's the reason we then thought of going with two more apartments with them.
So how did you take these apartments? These were bought by you, leased by you, or you had somebody investing with you? Like, what was the
No,
plan?
this was purely based on leasing.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you basically lease these apartments, right? And these were in leasehold areas, is what I'm aware of, right? Yeah. Okay. And how was your overall starting journey? Like, how was the experience with respect to furnishing the apartment? And every apartment has got its own story when it starts.
Yeah.
So how was that experience with you?
I think, to be very honest, the Barsha unit, we kept it basically all on Hopohomes to manage it, right from furnishing to everything. We just had a tour once after it was completed. Yeah. It was very hassle free. I think it took 2 weeks for him to come furnish the entire apartment.
Yeah.
And then straight away we got the tenants within a month, and since then it was really good. The one in Dubai also, it was very quick, and the furnishing also it didn't took more than 2 weeks.
It didn't take more than 2 weeks. And so let's walk the talk now as we go understand deeper into how the things worked out. So I want to know how has been your returns, like what you had initially planned and what you ultimately achieved out of investing in these properties.
I mean, to go, since these were the lease properties, so the return on investment, I mean, you can say whatever you have invested would be break even on the first year.
Yeah.
And then you can, from a 3-bedroom apartment, I mean, you can expect something around 5K a month. I mean, this is what, and that's an average that you can get it.
You can get it. Okay, fine. And was it satisfactory for you, or it was not satisfactory?
I mean, for an investor, money is never a satisfactory thing. Okay. But yeah, like in this case, it was.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so moving on to the next question. What is the difference that Hopohomes has created for you in terms of the entire experience that you have in this, right? Starting this property till now, we've been managing it for almost 5-6 years now.
I mean, it's the thing is that the ease of doing work with them is really one good thing, that if there's a problem, they will fix it and they will never bother you for anything. And it has always been the occupancy is really good. You can expect around 85 to 90% occupancy that I have done, and average the occupancy was really good. I mean, that's all it matters in this business, occupancy. And if your occupancy is good, everything works out very well.
That's very true, guys, because occupancy is the most important factor that we cater to. And with Ankit, we have been lucky enough to make sure that this occupancy is on a higher level throughout the year. Moving on. So my next question to you is that you also have investments in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know from your experience, one is investing in Dubai versus Abu Dhabi, and second is you have long-term rental there, right? So what is your experience with long-term versus short-term rental and the entire management part of that?
I mean, the Abu Dhabi, the investment that I have in Abu Dhabi was purely different one. That was where I was going to live, but later on when I moved to Dubai,
Yeah,
that's where I started giving it for a longer lease, the furnished apartment. That's where I learned from Hopohomes that experience that doing a furnished apartment is always beneficial. And we did it. I offered you also my Abu Dhabi, but
Yeah.
you have not yet opened there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Abu Dhabi was also is a really good market to start with, and you can start with my apartment now. if you want
Yeah,
to.
so we do plan to expand in Abu Dhabi, but maybe not at the moment. We do have in future, and yes, Ankit property would be again a lot of help for us. Okay, moving on to the few last questions which I have.
Yeah.
Would you recommend to manage more properties for you, maybe in
Yeah,
Dubai or
sure.
in Abu Dhabi?
Anywhere would be great. If you have any good investment plan, do let us know.
Okay.
And we can if we can accommodate, we will.
And out of a rating of, let's say, out of 10 ratings, where would you rate us in terms of service experience, and where should we, a bit higher our experience, where we can improve?
I mean, the rating is around 8 to 9. It's really good, exceptional for me. Like for me, all it matters is ROI and also the hassle-free things that happen. So yeah, it's good.
And where do you think we can improve on?
That's a difficult question.
So
to answer.
that means there is nothing to improve, or
No,
maybe
there would
maybe
see,
you have
like
something.
improvement is always
Yeah.
there is always things to improve it.
Yeah.
But since I'm not in this part of business,
Yeah.
I cannot judge you. I would not be able. From the return perspective, yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I mean, for me, lower the service charges, that would be better.
Okay. Amazing. So, so it was a wonderful meeting you, Ankit, today, and we also had a great experience with you discussing your journey. And thanks a lot for joining again, friends. I
Thank you.
look to see you in the next video. Thank you.
Thank you.